What's up, everyone? My name is Candace Smith, and this is Pasco Connect Magazine. So, on Tuesday, September 6th, Pasco Young Revolutionaries and Right Now Marketing Solutions president partnered with Faith in Florida to bring to West Pasco community a candidate forum. And so this is basically an opportunity for the community to listen to the candidates, policies, and what he or she will do to bring change to that department or section or seat. So this all went down at the Eastlake Church of Floramar Avenue. So shout out to the bishop for providing this space. And basically, Faith in Florida had to set the record straight at the very beginning and let everyone know that, hey, we invited all candidates from all sides to come out, but unfortunately, everyone did not show up. So take a listen at this real quick.
The candidates that are here represent the candidates that responded and accepted our invitations. Invitations went out to all opponents, including Bruce Bartlett, Gus Bilrakis, and Al Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez declined to participate, and Bruce Bartlett and Gus Bilrakis declined to respond to our invitation. So we're going to go forward because we believe that we should still hear from the candidates that hopefully represent you.
Yes, so basically Faith in Florida said y'all not gonna play on our name. So there were some other things that did take place within this candidate forum. The candidates did get an opportunity to get up and speak, and that included James Washington for school board, Kimberly Walker for U.S. Congress, and Allison Miller for state attorney. So when I first arrived, I had an opportunity to meet Dylan. He's with Faith in Florida, and he sat down and spoke with me about why he partnered up with Marlowe Jones and why he felt like it was important for these types of events to happen in communities where it doesn't often happen.
Honestly, I hope the community can get a chance to really hear from the candidates and understand what it is that they vote for outside of the person, what policies they'll be voting for, and what ways their lives, their immediate surroundings will change.
As I said, I'm James Washington. I am the son of a retired Pasco County school teacher who put in over 30 years within this district and in Pinellas County where she started.
And I was just curious how you see yourself in a school board member position, navigating those roles, or navigating those conversations. What is your role in navigating this space that we're in right now?
Well, my first reaction is that we have to understand that we are reaching all students. Part of my canned presentation I'm supposed to go through, I talk about the poem that was read at the dedication of the pedestal from the Statue of Liberty.
I'm the school resource officer for security at all of the schools. And I am wondering out loud, how many schools do we have not a nurse that is there continually, or even a proper social worker or some kind of person that can interact with the child where they're at and help them resolve some of the issues that stop them from learning.
About because the stickers are attached typically to the person that's in the room. Now, of course, there are some on doors that if I change rooms this year, it's still on my door from last year. But kids are very, very inept, adapted to the idea that they can tell who's an ally and who's not, whatever philosophical belief we're talking about being an ally for. But
you live in Pinellas or you live in Pasco, you can vote for me. It is a very wide county, which I learned working up here. It was also somewhat of a weird phenomena that Pasco seems to beat to its own drum, especially in the court system. Things would happen and I'd be like, why are we doing it this way? And people would literally respond, Pasco. And I'm like, no, the Florida rules of evidence still apply in Pasco County too, right guys? In addition to supervising both of our offices in Pasco, I also defended all of the cases where the defendant was facing the death penalty in both Pinellas and Pasco counties. And that's what I continue to do now. I have defended 4 capital trials, but it is because I believe in the Constitution and the rights enshrined in the Constitution that I continue to work and continue to do what it is that I do, despite knowing that my opponent is going to use that against me.
Well, one of my big policies is lowering the cost of prescription drugs, also affordable access to health care, because, everybody deserves, the right to have health insurance. And then also I talked about the veterans, so why I continue to run, I guess I'm just glutton for punishment, I don't know. This is my second time running against Kasperakis. I got 167,000 people that voted for me. And, the guy had raised $2.2 million where I only had like $40,000. Unfortunately, we got slapped with Governor DeSantis doing the redistricting, and we lost a good portion of the people that voted for me in 2020. I don't think I'll run again. I mean, I've had my full. I feel like I can make change being an activist. I don't have to run for Congress. I can do some other stuff to make change happen. So if this doesn't work out, then that's fine. I will continue to make sure that, LGBTQ people have voices, or, African Americans, women, by me working with other campaigns, and then bringing in the new generation, because it's their time. So yes, you can go to Kimberly, KIMBERLY Congress.com, and that's my website, and there you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. So what brings you here tonight?
I'm a candidate for the Pasco County School Board, District 1. I'm running in the primary and finished second, and now I'm on to the general election in November.
Okay, so what motivated you to run for this seat?
I saw what was happening in the state of Florida with education in general, just bad legislation, bad decision making. From a teacher's perspective, which is my background, just the feeling of being disrespected and undervalued and underappreciated. As a parent, not listened to, not being communicated from the district level. So I thought my experience, my background in both being a parent, a student, and a faculty member in the county would register well with the voters. And since it was an open seat, I thought this was the best opportunity for me to try to get on the board.
So who are you advocating for most? Students, teachers, faculty?
It's probably a 30-30 split with all 3 of those groups. Unfortunately, I mean, our students need to have access to the programs that are going to help them, and right now the district is not giving them full access. Parents, the communication problem has been horrendous. So we go back to last school year with the bus situation and the time zone change, or the time changes to start times of school. That it's an overwhelming feeling of nobody seems to be on the same page. And then as a teacher, you feel like you're getting it from all angles. And people need to know, if I'm elected to the school board, that I will be there to listen to all of those, but also be the voice for all of those groups.
So what do you hope to accomplish within that seat?
Well, I hope that we can make some changes to what's happening. That communication piece is key. The communication with the faculty to understand that your voice is being heard, and it will be disseminated from the state level down to the parents and in between. And to the parents, understanding I'm not going to make a rash decision in a committee room and not notify the parents until it's too late. I mean, these bus cuts that are happening this year are just dangerous for our students, and we just need to have an open line of communication with all groups.
So you are giving us some insight, I can already tell based off of your experience. What is something you feel like parents are unaware of that's going on that they need to be aware of?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think we have in the airwaves right now in education, this mass hysteria that there's CRT or there's grooming or there's indoctrination happening. And being a teacher and a parent, as well as a student that went through this process, none of those things are happening. And we just need to have truth being told to people. And I think if I can accomplish anything in the first term or even the first year of my term, it's to share with people what's actually happening, knowing our doors are open. There's no funny business. Nobody's hiding anything. Nobody's trying to circumvent parents' rights. Those things that we're being told in that bill are all things that already existed. Parents have the right to know what's in the curriculum. Parents have the right to poll kids for a curriculum that they don't think is appropriate for whatever decisions they make. And teachers are usually good about making those exceptions. It's just that the communication piece has been broken down and whittled away, and we need to reestablish that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
How can we follow your candidacy?
The best place to find information will be my website, which is vote, VOTE, the number 4, jameswashington.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, tonight is a very busy night. We have the Pasco County Candidate Forum here on the west side of Pasco, being put on by Faith in Florida, partnering with Pasco Young Revolutionaries and Right Now Marketing. And we're bringing a candidate forum to the west side of Pasco. Well, I've lived in Pasco County all my life, and my family's lived here since 1925. And there's been a lot of disenfranchisement going on in the city. We, in my years of living here all my life, never really seen these forums in the capacity that Faith in Florida's doing it come to fruition like this. This evening, I hope to accomplish simply educating voters, because I know if today we educate 10, 15, 20, 30 people, those 30 people will go home, contact 5 or 10 more people that they know and say, look what I know. Look what I've experienced. Did you know it's been 30 years since there's been a contested state attorney's election race in Florida? In Pasco County.
It's time. Wow, church and community news.
That's right, it sure is. It's time for another season, a new season of Unfiltered. And this time, we're taking it back to the church and the community. I want you to join me every Friday evening at 8 p.m. and every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for Unfiltered Church and Community Conversations on the BDE Music Network on the TuneIn app. Simply download the TuneIn app and search for BDE Music Network and join in for the conversation. That's every Friday night, 8 p.m. and every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. It's time.